All right, it's that time to do the top 10 characters for the month of September 2021. And I just got to give a big shout out to everyone that came out in last month's video and liked it. My goodness, 1,400 likes. It's always my most liked video, most fun video to make every month. We're going to get right into it. And I know you're going to call me out on this, that I've got 8 characters or that it's 20-something characters. But I'm only going to talk about 8 characters, even though it's a top 10 list, and you'll see why when I get into it. But first, we got to talk about plug and play, best character in the game, without a doubt, and that is Kestrel. Who is Kestrel? We still don't really know who Kestrel is, but I think the reason why she stands out the most to me is that she has 2 tags, tech and skill, which means that currently in Doom 1.1, I can use her on both lanes. She's the best. She is the best character in the game. She's nearly broken. She does everything well. Her ability to just plow through characters and ping them with defense downs and delete them turn 1. I mean, this happens a lot. I mean, not with all characters, but delete them right there from the start. Can't be revived. There's really nothing that Kestrel that doesn't do that she's not amazing. She can cleanse herself. If you haven't played her, just take everybody's word for it. She is easily the best character in the game, and she's the best. Now, we're going to go into the next character, which is Gamora. And rather than just saying Gamora is the best character, this is where the list is going to diverge a little bit, because this is, when I talk about Gamora, I'm actually talking about Gamora and the 3 other Infinity Watch ladies. So Gamora with Nebula and Phyla and Moondragon. It is the best team in the game. It's the only soft counter, kind of a counter to Heroes for Hire. And they are dominant in the arena. In fact, I even without Adam Warlock, you can take these 4 ladies, a part of the Infinity Watch, which is Gamora, Nebula, Moondragon, Phyla, which are not on the list, but we're just going to say they're on the list. We're just going to talk about Gamora. But, those 4 plus Kestrel makes a quite amazing team. Of course, the team is better with Adam Warlock, but Adam Warlock's a legendary, and he's relatively hard to get. Now, this list is changed a little bit from before. I think when I used to make this list, maybe like way back in the day, it was like plug and play characters. Now, there are 3 plug and play characters on this list. For sure, Kestrel's a plug and play character. But largely, this list has moved to teams. And your arena team, in my opinion, is the most important because that is a source of crystals on the daily payout. Also, arena teams tend to be good in other places in the game. And yes, Infinity Watch does well in many other game modes. Now, there are 2 characters and 2 teams on this list that I'm going to call suspect. And we're going to go into the suspect team number 1, but yet he still makes the list. And that is Symbiote Spider-Man. Now, Symbiote Spider-Man and the symbiotes are a insanely vital part of my daily gameplay. They are absolutely necessary in Doom 1.1, and they are quite amazing, of course, in Dark Dimension as well as raids. And the game is shifting huge towards raids. They just announced that Doom 2 is around the corner. That could be as early as next week. And Doom 2, they said, is going to be the primary source of teal gear, or gear tier 16. That's right, teal, money-colored gear, which is going to be, gear tier 16 is going to be the access for Dark Dimension 5 and getting Dormammu. So the question is symbiotes, or are symbiotes, going to be a part of that solution in Doom 2 and also in Dark Dimension 5? I'm going to tell you this. Right now, they absolutely are a vital team in Doom 1 and Doom 1.1, and I used them heavily through Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4, and they were a core part of my roster. I used them everywhere, but the question remains to be seen. Maybe tune into next month's video. But what I'm trying to say is that this team is on notice. They are vital today, But going forward, Scopely could sell us a new bio team or a new city team or something, right? Maybe that'll be a new team that replace what they do inside of raids in Doom, Dark Dimension 5 and Doom 2. We will see, but I suspect they're gonna, I mean, I hope they just give us a legendary symbiote and we're good to go, right? Wouldn't that be nice? We get a legendary symbiote, we're good to go, but no, it could be an entire new team. I know a lot of people have floated, you know, bio and they talk about the Eternals and this and that. We will see. All right, so this team, he is still a top 10 character, still an amazing team that's vital, but I'm telling you, they're on notice just because right now I'm trying to get ready for Doom 2 and Dark Dimension 5 and so on and so on. Dr. Doom is a plug-and-play character. He was the reward for Dark Dimension 4, and I know a lot of people were disappointed with him when he came out. He's really grown on me. This guy is a mini boss. When you play against Doom, you are thinking about not triggering his ult and him deleting your team, and you are focused on it. Like, you cannot ignore Doom in a match. Is he counterable? Sure, but is he a big deal and very important? Absolutely. Teams get built around him, and he's a plug-and-play character, and he makes every team better. And also, he is also tech and mystic, so him and Kestrel have that dual tags, which allows him to be used into two legs of Doom 1.1, and that's kind of a big deal. And I'm sure he's going to be vital in the solution for Doom 2 and Dark Dimension 5. I think this guy is a no-brainer. I absolutely has to be on this list no matter what. Next, Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer as a standalone plug-and-play character is quite amazing. I love this guy. He does so many amazing things. The reason why that Kestrel's better than him is that, you know, he's only mystic, and, you know, she has 2 tags, right? She's tech and skill. So he's just mystic, and that is fine, but I'm not finding that I use him as much as I used to, like when he first came out. But yeah, there's no denying that he's a top 10 character. And as far as I'm concerned, Silver Surfer started the beginning of the power leap, where these new characters are just over the top, you know, better and better and better and better and better. And that's something we've been seeing. And it seems to me that it largely started around the time that Silver Surfer came out. And every character since then just has been just over the top, getting better and better, and like harder to avoid these new characters and these new teams. Next, we got to talk about Jubilee. Now, Jubilee, I just want to say Jubilee, and this is, of course, the Astonishing X-Men. So I mentioned with Symbiote Spider-Man that there was 2 characters, 2 teams that particularly might be on notice, and that is Jubilee. Now, what I'm hoping is that we're going to be getting a Mega Red, and Mega Red will be added to the Astonishing X-Men team, and he'll replace, let's say, Kitty Pryde, and everything will be fine, and this team will be the next team that's used in Doom 2 and then also in Dark Dimension 5. Now, you can see, you know, largely all the characters before this, you can see that I've got it ISO level 3, ISO level 3. And I probably need to take her and at least Beast and Bishop up to ISO 3. But you can see that I'm kind of holding back a little bit because currently they are doing everything I need them to do in Doom 1.1, and it's the entire team. Kitty and Iceman are a part of that too, but I'm not sure that this is going to be the team that is going to carry us through those 2 new game modes that we're going to be getting. So that's why that's why I'm a little bit holding back, and I didn't pull the trigger on taking them to ISO 3. But I might. ISO 3 is an investment of resources, man. It takes hundreds of thousands of ions, and they are in artificial scarcity. There's definitely a shortage for sure. Next on the list is Deathpool, and Deathpool, I want to say, is also a part of New Warriors. So even though Deathpool's on the screen, Cloak and Dagger are here with her. the three of them are going to be 1000% vital in those pieces going forward. I'm not even flinching on these three characters, taking them to ISO 3. I know they're going to be needed in Doom 2. I know it's going to be something that we're going to have to do, right? And she's quite good on her own. I actually think she's a great character. The problem I have with Deadpool, she still doesn't work correctly. So I feel like the way her kit reads is amazing, and she has been functioning above average, and she's doing a lot of amazing things, but technically she's still not working properly until next patch. She's still bugged. They said they were going to address that. We will see. I gave it 50-50 on whether or not she'll get fixed or not. But I feel like this new Warriors team is just going to be the way that things go. And I just run, don't walk. I'm dumping all my resources into them. And so this is the 7th character that's on my list of 8. But really, you can see a lot of them are teams, because we're talking about Symbiotes. We're talking about all of them. Jubilee, we're talking about all the Astonishing X-Men. So the next one on the list and the final team that we're going to talk about is Secret Avengers. No secret here. Sam Wilson is quite amazing character on his own. Just turn meter and being able to taunt and do some amazing things and give ability energy will make him a good character, probably for the intermediate term for sure. And Secret Avengers, I'm a big fan of. I have had some amazing war battles. In fact, I just made this thumbnail right here of for a video that I just posted. Where this team right here was an 800k team with Yo-Yo and 200k, blah blah blah, in a double boosted room where they had defense down and I had offense down, and defense down and defense up, and double boosted room, right? And they went through it, right? And they punched up 100k. So yeah, they're probably the second best offensive team in Alliance War right now. Second only to Heroes for Hire, second only to Infinity Watch, and they can handle everything as far as I know, except for Heroes for Hire. Heroes for Hire is another animal altogether, and in fact, I think it's garbage. But that's not a thing. Or we're not talking about that. We're talking about the best characters, not garbage characters that you don't get to play, that are on defense, that are super annoying to play against your opponents, right? That's not what we're talking about here on this list. So, without a doubt, I got to say that the future of this game is raiding. The future of this game is gear tier 16, which is primarily going to be found in Doom 2. And unfortunately, that's a team event. You got to coordinate with your alliance, and hopefully they don't make that super strict that the only place to get the teal gear tier 16 and access event, because that's what's going to be locked for Dark Dimension 5 is just playing with your alliance in Doom 2. But the game definitely seems to be pivoting that way, and so the important teams for sure are going to be Secret Avengers, right? It's going to be a New Warriors, right? Will there be a replacement for mutants, or is it just going to be adding a Mega Red to the Astonishing X-Men, maybe taking out Kitty? Is it going to be symbiotes, and maybe they're just going to add a legendary symbiote or a new symbiote to make the team? We will see. But that is the direction the game is going, and that's where we come up with our top 8-ish characters of the game for the month. I know everybody wants like an even number. I mean, I guess I could have thrown in like Doc Ock at number 9 or something and just said, oh, yeah, he's great. But, it's really right now, the game is all about raids. And I see a lot of alliances even shifting away from Alliance War and just focusing on raids because Heroes for Hire is not that much fun. And, they've definitely made raids more important recently. All right, let me know what you think about the direction of the game in this list. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.